Hello and welcome to the facility and service for the 82 series console used in conjunction with our TenJet device. When you first receive the TenJet box, as you open it, you will notice two components. The first one will be a pouch or a box containing the accessory kit. And the second one will be the device itself, the pouch containing the device. Notice the stickers on the pouch for patient use. Inside the accessory kit, you will find a number of components that are important for the procedure. First, the skin prep. You also have a syringe and a couple of needles. You have a disposable scalpel. Next is your probe cover. Once you open the pouch, inside the blue envelope, you will find also a pack of sterile gel for use with the probe. And finally, you have everything you need to dress the wound post-procedure, the transparent dressing, the steri strips, as well as for gauze pads. As you get ready for treating a patient, a couple of key elements you will need. One is the disposable waste canister or reusable waste canister, as well as a bag of sterile saline. One important component is to make sure that there are more than one ports on the disposable or the reusable waste canister, and to match the size of the sterile saline in the waste canister. When you open the pouch and transfer the content of the pouch of the TenJet to the sterile field, there will be a couple of things that are absolutely critical. First, remove those white paper tabs. They are strictly used for maintaining the components in place in transportation. You don't need them, so simply discard them. And then carefully remove all the content, making sure to maintain everything in the sterile field until you're ready to transfer it for connection. As you open the box for the console, you will find three components. The first one is the console, obviously. Next is the foot pedal, which you can use to activate the unit. And finally, you have the power cord used, obviously, for powering the console. If you flip the unit around, you will notice three elements in the back of the unit: the outlet connector, the power switch, as well as the biomed ground check. When you're ready, hook the cord into the unit and then connect it to a wall outlet. And you're ready now to turn it on and activate it. When you activate the unit, and most likely the very first time you will use the unit, you may want to hit the configure button. And in order to select the proper language, it will default to English, but you may choose an alternate language, as well as set the sound level for the various tones that are used during the case. When you have made your selection, simply exit out of the various screens, and it will get you to the prime screen, which is the initial screen, or the run screen, I apologize. When you're ready to run the device, simply hit the run button, and the device will then walk you through the various steps required to power the unit. The first one will be to connect the foot pedal, where you simply align the two red dots and make sure that it is firmly inserted. When the insertion is complete, the screen will shift and show you the various steps that are going to follow. In parallel, the person in the sterile field should be thinking about moving a number of components to the scrub tech. The three components are the bag spike, the waste canister connector, and the piston assembly that will be inserted inside the console to run the unit. Make sure to maintain a firm grip on the device and the cord, because those must remain sterile, and locate the little white clip so that you may use it as a safety precaution by clipping it either to the drape or the Mayo stand. Once you're ready, as mentioned earlier, the unit will actually walk you through the various steps to connect the unit. The first one would be to hook up the sterile saline with the bag spike and then hang it. Next would be to connect the waste canister, making sure that you maintain at least one port open for proper venting. And finally, align the piston assembly with that little pin into the hole, and then insert it properly and firmly into position. Once done appropriately, it will automatically move to the prime sequence. Should that not happen, it just simply means that the piston is not inserted far enough. Pull it back slightly, make sure that you have proper alignment with the pin, and then insert it again firmly. Priming the unit is very simple with this device. All you have to do is press the foot pedal, and the device will monitor the fluid content. Once it achieves appropriate fluid content, it will switch to the run screen and default automatically to the proper setting for the device in question. Running the console is quite simple, so it's just important to know that on the screen you will have a number of components. First of all, you have the procedure time. Secondly, you have your level setting that can be adjusted with the up and down arrows. Alternatively, you may adjust the level with the up and down buttons on the foot pedal, as well as obviously activating the unit with the foot pedal itself. Should you see an error code during the procedure, the screen will walk you through the steps to resolve the issue. However, should you want more information, you may scan the QR code on the top of the device. It will take you to a screen where you may access the IFU as well as the user manual for the console, providing additional detail as needed. During the case, it's a good idea to monitor the saline level, making sure obviously that the bag is not clipped so that you have fluid flow. Because what you're trying to do is prevent the bag from emptying completely. So we recommend that once you get down to about ½ an inch worth of saline at the bottom of the bag, to consider replacing. So get off the foot pedal and simply unclamp this or clamp this device, remove the bag, spike a new bag, and you're ready to go. Should you have a problem with air entering the system, meaning you've run the device well past the fluid level in the bag, then we recommend upon repriming the device, because it will require repriming given the air in the system, we recommend squeezing the bag hard to help advance the fluid more rapidly. Once there is air in the system, it tends to slow down the priming sequence. Lastly, and most especially if you are replacing a bag, monitor the waste container, because if you matched it to the saline bag initially, obviously you may have excess fluid entering the canister. As mentioned, if air got its way into the tube set, it will slow down the priming sequence. In order to help with that, you may accelerate the unit by pushing up the volume to 10 and squeeze the bag along the way. Once you're done with a case, simply hit the exit button, making sure you noted the time should you want to. And at that point in time, the unit will display a left arrow on the left of the screen, allowing you to get back should you need to get back into run mode. For example, if you hit the exit by accident. Otherwise, you're done. The unit will release the device, the piston assembly. You may just remove it and complete the case as such.